Good morning, 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 everyone. Good morning, good morning. Mars, how are you? Good morning, everyone. Danny, you are. Vivian, hey Vivian. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning, beautiful people. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning. I apologize, I'm a lot bit later than normal. I was working on some stuff for some editing and yeah, took up a little bit of time. It took up a little bit of the time. Guys, as we get in, if you don't mind, tap the screen, share the live. Send your daily heart me. It's only 1 coin. It'll boost the live and it'll push us out to the FYP. I'm going to do something because I didn't get a chance yesterday. Yesterday was crazy. And so I didn't get an opportunity to do what I needed to do with the backup to the backup, but I made a quick decision. So let's see here. Boom. I'm going to do this. Guys, if you don't mind, again, tap the screen, share the live. Let's get the likes up to 8,000 likes. And then what I'm going to do for the backup to the backup, because I haven't done the additional, I haven't accomplished the time, and I also have not only have I not accomplished the time, but I've not actually done the amount of required sessions. So on the backup to the backup, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live on it. And this is just going to be like nothing special, just the, what can I prop this up again? Yeah, prop it here. It's just going to be like just me here, just talking on the backup to the backup. And we're going to make sure that we have this G to G so we can use the backup to the backup later, hopefully. Hopefully. Where am I going to prop this? I need somewhere to prop it where it's like, I don't know. Anywho, guys, tap the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get the like sip. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals. If we can knock those out a couple of times, it'll help push us out to the FYP. Darn it, where do I want to put this? I wish I had another like tripod that I could put this on. I don't have anything that I can prop this up against. And this sucks. Unless I just kind of do that. This is janky. This is janky. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. It's going to be janky, but it's fine. It's not about getting it right on the backup to the backup. It's literally just about going live and getting it set. So wrong account. Holy smokes. Can you guys still see me and hear me? Can everyone see me and hear me? Holy smokes. This is what happened when you give me technology. Okay. Jeebus. All right. Are we good? Are we good? What happened? I was to say it's only 3 people in live now. I have no idea what's happening. There's only 3 people in the live. Is there only 3 people here? $350 people. It says I only see 3 people. You know what? It said it's only 3. It's only 3 of us. It's only 3 of us. All right, that'll work. Okay, guys, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only 1 coin. It'll boost the live, push us out to the FYP. And I'm just going to ensure that we have everything that we need. Like I said, you guys don't have to pay no attention to the man behind the mirror with the backup to the backup. We're just ensuring that it has enough time of us going live and getting everything set. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get rolling. There we go. Okay. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for the debates, looking for some debates. I am going to reset the daily gift goal again. Guys, yesterday was super interesting. And I haven't got an opportunity to post my video yet about Pam Bondi. And not only did Pam Bondi make a fool of herself, exemplify what it means to be a Trump supporter in 2026. She gave the complete antithesis of what it takes to be a Trump supporter in 2026. And what it takes to be a Trump supporter in 2026 is blind loyalty and making yourself look stupid. Like, that's it. Like, there's nothing else. There's no other ways around it. Like, that's a requirement in order to be a Trump supporter in 2026. She twists, she turned, she lied. Hell, she perjured herself. She absolutely perjured herself. And all of those things, like, that's what it takes to be MAGA in 2026. That's why when we take a look at, like, these people who come in who want to debate, that's why they are the way they are. That's why they have to be that way. It's a requirement. And so we shouldn't be shocked. None of this should shock us. We should be disappointed. We should be pissed off. We should be demanding for Pam Bondi to resign. I mean, hell, in my opinion, she wasn't qualified because she was Donald Trump's personal lawyer prior to becoming the attorney general. And then she's shown that she's willing to stack the DOJ with loyalists and go after, like, unfounded cases. It's been absolutely insane. But again, that's what it takes to be a Trump supporter in 2026. You have to absolutely not only be completely unhinged, but you have to be immoral, completely bankrupt, and soulless.
You stepped in the box, now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here, you better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts like lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I
Johnny Jr. TV is doing the weird stuff. Get in the box. Stop being weird in the comments, Bubba.
Punch in the air.
Ain't no
rules, no plan, no script.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick.
No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff. Get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. I don't care what you claim on your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right, or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source.
No.
Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call. Slip once, I'm snatching it all. Yeah. Step in if you dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shit. Better know your stuff when you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna sparring with Santana. Step in there, you care. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna sparring with Santana. Yeah. This ain't a safe place.
It is not.
This a flame space.
It absolutely is.
You wanna sparring with Santana.
Guys, guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am W's in the chat for Kinsey. I am Santana, and we are looking for some debates, guys. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Guys, why is America sick? I know the answer, but why do you think it's sick? Right? I know for a fact that America's sick because white privilege. Holy hell, white privilege. It's something that has guided the country since its inception, and it has been overwhelmingly damaging, period. American exceptionalism, which is kicking so many people's asses. For some reason, we have a group of people in our country that thinks America is like number one. Land of the free, home of the brave, all this other good stuff. But yet our country has never lived up to that mantra, which is mind blowing. MAGA, they're violent, period. We know that far right extremists have been violent, and over the last, 30, 40 years or whatever, they've been able to track the FBI data and history and show that the ideology that has perpetuated the most violence has been right wingers. That's what they do. The left, you guys, listen, on the left, we are not absolved. And the left, there's this weird purity test. There's this weird obsession with eating our own. There's this weird thing that happens on the left where if you're not good enough for what I think, then you're not good enough, period. And not in the sense of like, oh, you're not trying to improve our quality of life, but you don't go as hard as I want you to go on this, or you didn't say this exactly on that. And it's a problem. Last but not least, the patriarchy. The patriarchy is absolutely something that has disenfranchised every single person that is not a white man. And in every single way, it's completely disenfranchised people. And that is a huge problem. So if you disagree with anything on the background, get in the box. We're only looking for some debates. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter or if you do not disagree with anything on the background. If you're friendly, again, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Also, guys, share the live. But when you share the live, share it like once or twice. That's super helpful. But make sure that you are reposting the live. That does like a ton. So please, please, please repost the live. That works amazingly. Also, guys, we're driving to 100,000 followers. I am pretty sure by the end of the live today, we can be at like 89,000 followers. So we would be like 11,000 followers short. So make sure if you look up at the top, you see the word follow, you're not following me, hit that follow button, hit the follow button. Again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or you disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Last thing, MAGA, just an FYI. If you're in the comments and you're thumb thugging, your keyboard warriors, if you think that you can actually use my chat as your safe space, as your therapy session, as your notepad, or whatever the fuck you think is going to happen here, Doug Funny, it's not. You will be muted. You will absolutely be muted. Now you will be given an option to get in the box, but you will not get an opportunity to just use my chat. Noah, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
I disagree with something here, yes.
Okay, and just to verify for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I am 25. I was born July 22nd, 2000.
Okay, all right. And you said you disagree with things on the background. Are you a Trump supporter as well, or just disagree with things on the background?
I'm going to be totally honest with Trump. I'm a bit wishy-washy, but definitely right-wing, yes.
Okay, all right, perfect. Noah, before we go too far, quick question.
Yes, sir.
You know who I am?
I have seen you in Gene Withers' chat before, yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. Would you mind if I give you a quick introduction to not only who I am, but what this is?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. One moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana, and guys, we are only looking for some debates. If you are not a Trump supporter or you do not disagree with anything on the background, just go ahead and tap the screen, share the live. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals to help get us pushed out to the FYP. We have Noah here. Noah is someone who's right wing, and Noah said that while he's a little wishy-washy on Trump, he's definitely in disagreement with the background because I think America's sick, but apparently Noah doesn't. Noah, what do you disagree with the most? Where do you want to start?
Can we just start, what's like your definition with like U.S. exceptionalism?
Yeah, the people within the United States of America, for some reason, think that we are like the best, number one. And there's many claims that we're the best country in the world. But the issue that I always have is outside of the GDP and the United States military, we fall short of being exceptional in any other category. There's nothing else that people can necessarily name that is number one in the world that's a positive thing. And so since there's no other overwhelming positive attributes as far as America and being an American citizen, then there's no way in hell we should be exceptionalists towards ourselves.
Well, I would argue overall we are the best country. Of course, we do fall short in a few areas, but overall, I would argue we are the best country.
Okay, so how so then? What metrics or indicators are you using to deem that we are overall the best country?
I know you just went over this, but military, GDP.
No, not those two.
You want others? Okay. I think we have like the best cities. We have the best, just like social aspect. I love like the attitude of like America in the sense of like how we are so like what's the word? Like we're so like happy.
Pompous?
What?
Pompous?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that means, but I mean, like, if you go to Europe, like, they're just more depressed. They're more like upset. We're like more social.
Wait. Where are you getting this from? Have you been to Europe?
Step one, the UK. It's like dark, gloomy. People are depressed. Fine,
but have you been to Europe?
I have.
And you've been to the UK?
I've been to the UK.
Okay, where else have you been within Europe?
I've been to Frankfurt. I've been to London. That's it.
Oh, okay. So you've been to all like the mayonnaise countries. You haven't been to any of the spicy white countries. Oh, got it. You should check out Spain. You should definitely check out like some of the other countries where like, anyway, sure. All right. So if you're talking about like the comparison as far as like the United States and happiness and all this other stuff, where are you getting your quantifiable evidence from? Besides like your eyes?
I mean, it's not quantifiable. I'm just saying like weather, it's just nicer here. We have, I think just socially the way we treat each other is better here. But it's not quantifiable.
So? Well, it is. It's absolutely quantifiable.
So?
Have you heard of the happiness index?
No.
Okay. So the happiness index is an actual comprehensive study put together that looks at different traits that would be like beneficiaries to the citizens of the countries. It looks at things like cost of living, healthcare, education, lifespan, the like upward mobility, like all of these different things, right? Mm-hmm. And it breaks down where different countries land within the happiness index. And so question for you, where do you think the United States lands on the happiness index?
I'm aware on those types of like indexes and studies. I know we're a bit lower for sure.
What's a bit lower?
Put a random number. I would say 17 because I feel like we usually are like lower than we would think we would be on those types of indexes.
Lower than 17.
Whoa, lower?
Yep.
Lower than 20?
Yep.
30?
No, we're at 24.
Okay.
We're at 24.
I'll take that.
24th in the world, and that's no, I wouldn't take that. 24 in the world, which is still below like Canada, and it's even below like the place that you specifically called out, the UK, right? The UK is 23, we're 24. But again, the multiple factors that actually break down in the happiness index, in which FYI, guys, Finland is for 2025 is now ranked number 1 on the happiness index. But the actual factors that they look in and they break down is like they look at the inequalities, social support, GDP per capita, health, life expectancy, freedom, generosity, perception of the country, positive emotion, negative emotions, donated amount, volunteers, stronger health, lifespan, all of these different types of things that really talk about like, hey, what drives the country to be what? And again, even by your entire premise, as far as like the United States of America, we're not even top 10 in the world. Like we literally are middle of the pack.
Could I ask on that chart, what number is Canada on?
Canada is, I just read that one up. Canada's number 18.
Okay, and I know this is kind of like a more wishy-washy thing, but can I just ask, like, what's the real difference between U.S. and Canada in that sense? In terms of like happiness, I feel like generally in that like sense, we're pretty similar. No,
we're not. We're literally not. I don't know. Have you been outside? When's the last time you went outside?
Outside?
Yeah.
Every day? Man, I just want to ask,
not like when's the last time you left your house, but like we outside. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? What's the difference?
Don't worry about it. It's a black thing. When's the last time that you were actually socially active in public and were amongst the people to get a good indicator as far as like people overall perspective of the country?
I visited Washington, D.C. like a week ago.
About a week ago. What'd you do in D.C.?
I saw like the Capitol. I saw the White House. Saw the Washington Monument.
Okay. All right. The thing that I'm getting to is that even by the premise, as far as like you're saying, like, oh, we're happy. Like literally our country is like we're protesting our current leadership, right? You can talk about the recent No Kings protest where hundreds of millions of Americans have turned out in opposition of what this current administration is doing. You can talk about the protesters and people that are showing up and pushing back on the ICE raids, which so much so, guys, if you guys haven't heard this, but Tom Homan made the announcement this morning that ICE is officially winding down and pulling out of Minnesota. That's right. They are officially pulling out of Minnesota. Yes, yes. But to that point, like if you take a look around the country, you can see the actual unrest within the country, which is super interesting because the last time we saw this level of protests, pushback, and unrest within our country, Donald Trump was the president. So again, I'm just trying to understand what quantifiable metric can you say that like life is good or happy or whatever for American citizens? Because if you take a look at like the numbers, more people, we recently had our smallest job growth since 2014, right? Unemployment is still up. Over 7 million Americans were removed from their health care because the ACA subsidies for the Affordable Care Act has not been extended. Like literally Americans are being murdered in the streets. I'm besides you just saying like, oh, the weather's nice and which the weather isn't nice everywhere. Like it's literally not nice everywhere. We just had massive storms on the East Coast and like, unless you're in California or something, like your weather isn't really nice year round.
Cold weather, just because it's cold doesn't mean it's bad. Like, I mean,
no, we had like
pretty
ice
cool.
storms. We had like ice storms, like real storms.
What do you mean ice storms? Like hail?
Yeah, like snow and ice.
So like frozen snow, you mean? Or do you mean like literally like hailing?
No, like, you know.
Sorry, I'm getting too much into this. About just because you mentioned it when you were just speaking, I am like anti-ice, like very much so. I don't support what they do at all. I do acknowledge that like Alex Preddy was like murdered. Like I don't support that at all.
Okay, so again, I'm still trying to understand like overall, what are you using to say like that our country, that anyone's happy and for some reason our country is overall the best?
I don't think we're the best. I do acknowledge that, but I don't
say overall we were the best though.
Well, overall, yes, but like...
Okay, then what are you using to say overall we're the best? Because you still haven't given me anything that's quantifiable. You said the weather and you said people are happy. And I'm telling you, like, cool, the weather is good in certain parts of the country, but there's a lot of people pissed.
Okay, well, people can be upset. That doesn't mean we're like necessarily a bad country. Okay, like we can wait 3 years, next president, right? Then, like, do you think like we'll be a better country? Like, I mean, I know we will be, but like, do you think
We might not make it 3 years, but Bub,
I think we will?
you think so?
Can I ask, like, why don't you think
How
we'll
much
make
of
it
a
3 years?
historical reference do you have? Like, how much about history do you know?
Probably not as much as you, to be honest.
Most civilizations, nations, how long do you think they last?
Probably a pretty short amount. Like if you take everything ever, probably.
The confetti.
Just hit me with the number, man. I know it's low.
Most civilizations only last about 250 years. If you had to guess, what year is the United States going to hit this year?
Yep, I know.
250, exactly. Now, you want to know something else that's like super duper interesting?
What's up?
The United States of America is following the exact same steps, the exact same pattern, the exact same things that have occurred with the last, I think, either 4 or 5 global superpowers whose the global superpowers whose currency was used as the world currency. They're doing all the exact same things that were done before that global superpower collapse. Like literally, we're doing the same shit that led to the collapse of
Can I
all these
an
other global
example
superpowers.
of like what we're doing?
Yeah, as far as like the disenfranchising of other countries, you can talk about the actual potential spreading of power, right? Where we have infiltrated Venezuela, where we were trying to take on Greenland, but we've talked about more like colonization. All of these things are directly linked together, and then also the isolationism, like the thinking that for some reason we can sustain our own country.
So I can just mention. So I am very against like what we're doing in like Greenland. That's exactly where like I fall off with Trump alongside other things. But like with Venezuela, that's not like specific to Trump. Like, you know, we did that in Iraq, we did it with Afghanistan, we've done that with a lot of other countries, not just, you know, we go to war.
The United States of America has often engaged in like destabilization of countries. That doesn't mean it's beneficial. Like
I agree.
Like it's actually one of the worst things that we do, because not only do we go in and destabilize countries, but we leave those countries without any type of current plan or system. And then we like, even if we install like, you know, puppets, but again, I'm not saying that that's the one thing. I'm saying like it's multiple things, and that happens to be one of the multiple things that tracks as far as the failed superpowers and what the United States of America is doing. So I'm not saying that's the only thing.
Okay, you want to name another thing?
I talked about the isolationism. I talked about the way that they're going about not necessarily trade, but global economics, and specifically the way with they're targeting trade.
I would agree with you on that, actually. I think we're pretty terrible.
You don't have to agree or disagree with me on any of those things. I'm just telling you, like, this is the trend. That's not the debate. Like, the debate isn't whether or not that we're doing the things that actually prior superpowers have done. You can, you know, argue with your mama. Like, I'm just telling you, like, historians are tracking the same thing. But the point, can I finish my sentence?
Sorry, go ahead. I apologize.
The point is, historians are tracking the current path of the United States of America, and we are coinciding with the same paths as the last 5 superpowers that have collapsed. So, like, I'm not debating that. I'm just telling you that. Now, the debate is, again, still, can you tell me what you're using to say the United States of America is somehow, like, overall the best country?
So just to continue on that, where do you see, like, how do you see America?
That's like, another question. Can you just, like, answer the question directly? Can you tell me what are you using to actually dictate that overall the United States of America is like the #1 country?
GDP, you know.
Again, I said outside of GDP and outside of the military.
You can just say outside of that. Like, okay, if we take everything good, then yeah, we're pretty
say outside of that, because when you talk about the amount of wealth that's in the country, the wealth gap is massive. And you talk about the actual people within the country. Yes, the country has a lot of money, but the poverty level is absolutely insane. You talk about the amount of people that need government assistance. It's absolutely insane. One of the largest driver for people being unhoused, thank you for the cake, is healthcare debt. So you can talk about the amount of money the country generates, but like you look at the individual people, like was the average median income is like 30,000 something. So like
that's not true. It's 60,000.
No, it's not. Hold on 1 second.
Also, not to mention, you said that amount of people that are on like government help is like a bad thing. I think it's actually a kind of a good thing that the government can help us.
No, hold on 1 second. It's and I'm sorry, it's the individual, not the actual total is 66,622, but individual is what I meant.
Okay.
Individual, so per person. So the average per person is like 30 something. Anyway, yeah, I do agree that the government should be helping, but like that's the point of a government. The government should be should ensure that their citizens are happy, healthy, and safe. Like you saying that, the amount of people on government assistance, like it would be beneficial if government assistance was actually something that helped everyone. Like if we had a public option for healthcare, or if we had like a public option for higher education, then sure. But like you have people who are counting on SNAP benefits. And even with the Trump administration, they've reduced the amount of people that have access to SNAP benefits, which the crazy thing is SNAP benefits has been one of the most beneficial things as far as lifting people out of poverty within like the last 30 years. But so you're removing a factor that actually helps people get out of poverty.
So like, what's your point then?
The United States of America is not number one.
I don't think we are number one, but I'm saying we're pretty good.
You still haven't given me anything. I've given you multiple factors that tell you that literally we're not number one because we fall short in multiple indicators, including the treatment of the people. The only thing that you keep saying is GDP. Again, outside of GDP and the military, name one thing that the United States of America is number one in that's a positive.
Positive? Give me a sec.
Thank you for the corgi. Take your time. Take a minute. Think about it. I want to thank a couple of people.
I'll really think about it. Yeah.
Take a second. W's in the chat for Razzle for the $2 super chat to say, watching Pam Bondi hearing hurt my brain. Like it hurt everyone's brain. And it just showed like the MAGA brain, honestly. W's in the chat for Sean for the $5 super chat to say, American exceptionalism has always creeped me out. It's a nicer way to say nationalism, which is white nationalism, and it's getting worse. Sean, you clocked it. You clocked it. W's in the chat for Heather for the $7.77 donation saying daily hugs. Get to watch today. I know that's right, Heather. W's in the chat for Heather. W's in the chat for Jessica for the $25 donation. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Jessica, for the $25 donation. Guys, he's teacupping to go try to Google it. Good job, up. Jessica sent a $25 donation saying, for your investment into another tripod. I know that's right. I do need to get another tripod, especially because I plan on doing like some traveling and I got a couple of really cool things coming up. So like me breaking down this tripod that I already have and then grabbing and moving and all this other shit, I definitely need to get a new tripod. Thank you so much for the $25 and say, may it help avoid the boomer angle you're using on the backup to the backup. Us mid-millennials need to stick together. Much love. Listen, absolutely. If you guys switch to the backup then you see like it's just like, but whatever. We're getting it done. W's in the chat for Brittany for the $5 donation saying, I would definitely say the amount of mass and school shootings and income gap largely factors into happiness as well. It absolutely does, Brittany. We are number one in like mass shootings. So there's that. W's in the chat for Gucci. What up, Gucci? Who sent a $5 donation saying, it's interesting now that that they've gone from, I voted for Trump because he isn't like career politicians to, well, he's just doing what other politicians have done. The pivot is fucking wild, Gucci. And last but not least, guys, W's in the chat for Ryan. Hey, Ryan, who sent a $15 donation saying, always rising with you, Santana. Ryan, thank you so much. I see you. You're always here. You're fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. W's in the chat for Ryan's. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. All right, Noah, you took time. I went through, I thank people, you Googled. What do you got?
I did Google, yes, but like farming, we do pretty good with farming. We make a lot of produce.
What's pretty good with farming? What do we rank? Are we number one in the world as far as agriculture?
Like I said, man, I don't think we are number one, but I think
You said overall we're number one, so that means you think we're we're number one.
Yes, we're not necessarily in every single.
That's fine. I didn't say every single thing. I said give me one thing that we're number one in. If you think overall to be number one,
okay.
Right? That would mean that in a couple of categories, we're number one. And so I'm already giving you GDP and I'm giving you the military. Okay. Now, can you give me anything else outside of those two
national
that would lead us to be, I'm sorry?
Preservation and national parks.
Okay, where are you getting that from?
Google. I'll admit it.
Specifically where from Google? Thank you for the money gun.
The AI overview. Pretty lazy. I admit, man. I can't even lie, man. I admit.
Okay, 1 second. Also, like I do have a caveat that I want to talk about this, but let's see what we can find with me looking this up. Oh my God, no.
What's up?
We're not number one. We're not number one.
What's above us in national parks?
Yeah, God damn it. Bhutan is number one. Roughly 50% of the country is covered in protected areas, which is constitutionally mandated to maintain at least 60% of their forest coverage. And then there's multiple countries ahead of us, including Costa Rica, Botswana,
I would argue that
Namibia.
having over 50%.
Hey,
okay, you know what? I apologize.
No, let me finish my sentence.
I apologize.
Costa Rica, Botswana, Namibia, Australia, all of those are above us, right? And the factors that play into the national park is not only the amount of national parks, but the upkeep of national parks and the protections and that occur within national parks. Now, the reason why the United States is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, number nine. The reason why they're number 9 in the world is because of renovations that have occurred throughout the last few years and investments in national parks. But now, see, this is the caveat. Mm-hmm. Truth Bomb said, "Dude, we're top 10 in sure, and most sure. Truth, I'm gonna mute you. I can't send you a request. Truth Bomb, Dance with Love 63. Come up here and tell me about it. You come up here and help him out, since you really think we're top 10 in everything. Get up here. But the reason why, the reason why we're at number 9 and we're falling is because the Trump administration has literally started to open up national parks and sell off federal lands for drilling and removing protections for federal land. So even with this stuff that you're talking about, it absolutely is something that is being downgraded. So while we're number 9 right now, before the end of the Trump administration, Truth Bomb, we're going to be out of the top 10 right now.
And I completely disagree with that. I don't agree with
one second, because Truth Bomb has an echo. Truth Bomb, can you speak to the fact that you said we're top 10 in everything? Top 10 in everything?
Oh, no, I didn't say we were top 10 in everything. We're top 10 in most categories. I also said that we are number 1.
Okay, hold on 1 second, because you have an echo.
Universities.
1 second.
We are number 1 in multicultural
Bomb, can you hear me?
entertainment.
Are you listening? Hold on. So I'm going to mute you. If you're listening somewhere else, can you turn the volume down into the other things? If you're connected to a Bluetooth or something, can you disconnect it? Because there's a wicked echo, across the board.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
okay,
good. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was weird, man.
Yeah, no worries. Say what you said again.
Yeah, so we are actually number 1 in top tier universities. We are number 1 in multicultural entertainment, movies.
Movies, that's one of our largest exports. But where are you getting from universities that we're number 1?
Oh, we've been number 1 for quite a while. I believe England is number 2.
Right, but where are you getting that from?
That was actually a study done. You can actually Google it. I believe it's on Google. You could probably just Google it. Top tier universities. I mean, we have so many of them, obviously. That even China is probably one of the biggest exported students that go to them. So that's a it's a truth. That's just
okay. But you saying that it's a truth without actually telling me where you're getting the truth from.
Yeah, you can Google it. It's on Google.
Yeah, I'm literally Googling it right now. Give me a second.
Okay, good.
But again, I want to know where you're getting your data from.
I believe we're number one.
We're not.
I'm not exactly sure, but I believe we're number one in oil and natural gas.
Yeah. Well, again, now you're pivoting because you were saying education. And so
no. I'm just saying that's in addition to. So did you look up the education?
Yes, I literally have it here. We're not number one. I'm looking at, this is a combination of education. And when it comes to, this is post-level education, meaning past high school. So graduate and secondary degree, those types of levels. And this is a comprehensive study that was completed. And it gives a breakdown of adults. Let's see here. Adults and the ages range from 25 to 64. And it's a study that was completed by OECD, where they compared data from 2022 to 2025. And it has Canada. Canada holds the top spot at number one, where 63 to 65% of their 63 to 65% of people who graduate the, as you can call it wouldn't be elementary level, but like 12th grade or whatever, primary school, go on to receive a post-degree education. And they also rank that based off of the based off of the institutions. So they combine the stat with the people, the age, the acquisition and ability to get certain degrees, and then also the ranking of institutions. Canada's number one, Ireland's number two, Japan's number three, Korea's number four, and Switzerland and Singapore are tied for number five.
Okay, so that looks to me that study is done for people that are going to college that are from those countries, correct? Is that what the study states?
It's the study breaking down the actual college and universities in those countries.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so I wish I could break away to be able to do this.
You can swipe out for 2 seconds.
Santana,
see what you're looking for.
I definitely got to get a separate computer, man, because I tell you, every time I talk to you, it's like, I got to do that because I hate going on Teacup to be able to look up something.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead. I got a couple of thank yous, and then I want to talk to you for a second. See what you can find. Yeah, sure. 1 second, guys. Debbie's in the chat from Mom, who sent a $2 super chat to say over 50% of farmers are projected to profit in 2026. Where are you getting that from, Mom? Less than 50%. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Send another super chat to correct that. Less than 50% is set to profit. My mistake. Many farmers went bust. Yes, I was just about to say, like, the farming industry, it's been really tough on them since Donald Trump took power again. W's in the chat for Lazy Wagon.
Sorry, I apologize.
W's in the chat for Lazy Wagon for the $10 super chat to say MAGA doesn't realize that America is a third world country with the first world facade. A lot of them need the benefit and need these benefits, but will do anything to support Trump. Love you, Santana. Keep it up. Absolutely. I love you so much too. It's wild how they vote against their own best interests. Like, it makes no sense. W's in the chat for CWLG, who sent a $4.99 super chat to say, pretty sure national parks were created to steal land. So if we're number one in stolen property, you know what? That wouldn't shock me. We are absolutely number one in stolen land. W's in the chat for Paige for the $2 super chat to say, waiting on the guy from Dean's Live to join yesterday. He is not going to fucking join. I know he didn't do his research and he will not join. I know it. W's in the chat for Elizabeth for the $20 donation saying, love you, keep up the good work. It's funny how these MAGAs need to look into the facts you tell them to, but they will not because of Fox News. Fox News has them in a fucking blender. W's in the chat for Kinsey, who sent a $10 donation saying AI is, I'm not going to say that word, but making the world less smart. I swear these people think that Google AI overview is a source. Open the schools. We're cooked. We are absolutely cooked. And guys, fucking massive W's in the chat for Tracy. Tracy sent, I'm pretty sure this is probably like a $25 euro. And Tracy said, "Hi, Santana. Seen you on others' lives the other night and followed you. Love hearing your debates. Love hearing you debate these Trumpers and challenging some of their minds. Love from a Scottish fan." Thank you so much, Tracy, and welcome to the family. Welcome to the community. W's in the chat for Tracy. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in Linktree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out, guys. We are 1.2 thousand likes. Keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 150,000 likes. Over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. We should have as many thumbs up as we have people watching, so make sure you hit that thumbs up. And last but not least, look up at the top. If you see the word follow, you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Hit the follow button. We're on our way to 100,000 followers. And also follow the backup account. This is the backup account. The backup to the backup is currently live right now. We're trying to make sure we get access there. And I am going to, can we knock out the daily gift goal? It's the finger hearts. Finger hearts. Guys, we got Truth Bomb. We got Noah. They're going 2-on-1 with the great one. And if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background, get in the box because we are looking for some debates. Truth Bomb, you came off mute first. Do you have a source or what you're looking at?
Yeah, I definitely Google it. We're coming up number one in top tier universities, MIT, Harvard. Do me a favor, Santana, because I do not have a separate computer, just put into Google, where does America rank in top tier universities? Just those words, nothing more or less. And I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And when you it's not,
so, I think
so you said universities.
Yeah. Yes, top tier universities. Where does America rank in top tier universities? Okay. We are a global. We're a global dominance.
Wait, did you? One second. When you Google that, did you like look at the AI overview, or did you actually dive into a source, or what did you get?
No, there's so many sources. There's about 10, or you'll see it on there. It's probably 10.
You got the so just to make sure I'm sure you looked at the AI overview.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit easier.
I'm just gonna do this because I don't even want it to be an instance of me. You said that you're seeing this as we're number one. Cool.
Yes, and it's basically, I think
so one second.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna do this. I'm not even gonna read it myself. I'm just gonna do like a photo reveal. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Check this out.
Yeah.
And I typed it in, and you said, "Where's America ranked in top tier universities?" That's what you said, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. All right. Where is America ranked in top tier universities? The United States consistently global tier universities rank frequently, holding 3 to 4 of the top 5 spots and significant portion of the top 120. 10 through 20. So this nowhere says that we have the number one overall, and it nowhere even says that we are number one with the actual college. It looks like our number one is MIT or MIT, Harvard. They trade between the top 5. So I'm not seeing what you're saying.
So Global is in the top 10. Yeah, that's amazing. You know what? I'm going to send you a screenshot of what I have. I'll just send it to you so you can read it on your own time. Because that's what I'm showing something totally different, dude, which is just interesting. But you know what? I got to admit, that's what Google does to all of us.
Right. And that's why you don't just Google and use AI over you. You go to an actual source and you verify with the source.
And I'll break that down as well, which I appreciate. But yeah, absolutely. But I'm gonna get on that now because I'm gonna be late for work if I don't. Hey, Sam, you keep keeping it real, man. I love to hear your voice. You are calm, collected, and cool. So I appreciate that.
All right, I appreciate it. If you get some else and you want to come back, you're welcome. I appreciate you. Yep.
You bet. Take care.
Noah, you've been teacupping for a while. You still there? No, are you still there? Or are you planning on running? Thank you for the crown. No, you have to actually come back into the app in order for me to hear you. So if you're currently off app and talking, I can't hear you. You have to actually swipe back in order for me to be able to hear you. I think we got a runner, chat. I think he knows he's cooked, so we got a runner. No,
yeah, bro, I completely admit you completely got me, bro. I have nothing to say. You got me.
You done?
I'm done. I'm not even gonna take up your time, man. I apologize.
All good. Hey, would you like to see a magic trick before you go?
I'm scared, man. I don't even want to know.
At least he admitted it was cooked. That's more than I can say for most Trump supporters. But that's what happens when you go 2-on-1 with the great one. Never lost. All right. So I'm going to say bye to the, oh, that's cool. I'm going to say bye to the backup That should give us like 2, and that definitely should be enough time. So let me say bye to them really quick. Hey, guys, thank you for hanging out. There's 14 people watching. So if you're watching, get over to the main account. We're going to go over to the main account now. Thank you for hanging out. I love you. Bye. All right. Perfect. So now that is, at least we have gone live twice on the backup, and we have met the time requirement. I'm going to try to go live one more time and see if that does it for the backup, or if it like makes us do it on a separate day. But at the very least, we should be good. All right. So again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. And the premise of the entire live is that America's sick. America's absolutely sick. And the reason why America's sick is because of white privilege, period. American exceptionalism is kicking our ass. As we can see from that first debate, they really thought that America was just the best. Couldn't stack up. MAGA, the right, you guys are violent, like absolutely violent. The left, we are not clear and free. We tend to eat our own. We tend to have this weird purity test. We tend to, start some shit. And last but not least, the patriarchy needs to absolutely be dismantled. The patriarchy has had everyone in a fucking chokehold, and it's time. It's time to end the patriarchy. And not only do I say it's time to end the patriarchy, I'm kind of, I fucks with a matriarchy. Women would absolutely do way better leading our country. Not gonna hold you. I would be good removing men's right to vote for like 20, 30 years. If no man had the ability to vote for like 20 to 30 years, I would be good with that. We would probably fix some shit if we just let women do it. Like, I'm just saying. And women, not to shift the burden, because I know like we've been behind like fucking up a lot of stuff, but you said you don't know about that. Get up here and tell me about it. Hannah, hi. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
I disagree with the self-sabotage, and I agree. Can
you give me 2 seconds? This wire is like twisted on. Let me just take my headset off for like 1 second and fix this wire, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect.
As we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims. You do not know a single man.
Okay, sorry. I'm weird, and that twisted wire was making my OCD itch. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I disagree with the self-sabotage, and I agree with you about the patriarchy. It does need to come down, but I disagree about just opening it up to all women to say, oh yeah, you can be better. I'll start with that one because it's really short, pretty simple. And I'm not really good with all the political words. I don't talk like you and Dean and Parker and all that.
And what do you mean?
Like I don't use all the big political words and things like that.
I mean, that's fine. Just, you can speak normal. Just don't say the name of any drugs, or I would have to kick you. Outside of that, just, speak your truth.
Okay. My issue with the matriarchy is female narcissist.
What?
Female narcissist.
Female what though? Female giraffe narcissist? Female kangaroo narcissist? Kangaroos are pretty narcissist. Oh, women narcissists.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. That is my issue with the matriarchy, is having a woman narcissist as in any situation, as a governor, as a mayor, as a president, as an advisor, as a paper pusher. It doesn't matter, because as you see, we have a raging narcissist in the office right now.
I was just about to say, and you think it'd be worse if it was a woman?
Yes,
How?
I do. Well, I don't think it'll be worse than Donald Trump. Nothing will be worse than him.
But how would it be worse to have a woman narcissist versus the man narcissist that we have?
Well, I don't think it would be worse to have, it's equally bad to have female or male, but I think it would be worse for us
Women or men?
to have a female narcissist.
Women. You keep saying female, but again, we've already went through the kangaroo, the giraffe, the canary, the platypus.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about when you say female?
A female human.
So a woman.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to keep check, because when you say female, I agree. I don't want a female, just a female running the country, because I think a female octopus would be horrible with running the country. So let's just make sure we say woman, so I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'll try. A woman narcissist, they tend to be more hidden than a man narcissist. Okay, well, men narcissists, they have that, they mostly run off of their ego, and it makes them, it appears that they're stronger, more confident. Women narcissists do it off of perceived emotions, which of course they don't have emotions, right? But they are good at learning other people's emotions and understanding how to manipulate them. So when there's the argument of having a woman as a president, when people are saying, oh, women are too emotional. No, women are not too emotional to be president. It's a woman narcissist who perceives emotions is the problem, because she's just going to completely play on, manipulate, and destroy. The whole country could be in this big pity party for her while she's taking everyone down, and we'll never see it happen.
Okay.
I would have been okay to vote for Hillary Clinton if I didn't know what a bad person she was already, if that makes sense. But at the same time, she is a woman narcissist. So that would have been extremely detrimental. And the reason I say I would have been okay to vote for her is simply that, because of her ability to play on people's emotions.
Okay, quick question for you. Did you vote for Kamala Harris, or who'd you vote for in the last election?
I vote for Kamala.
Okay. Why not Donald Trump then? But if you would have been willing to vote for Hillary Clinton, what was the symmetry breaker for you for Hillary Clinton versus Kamala Harris?
Okay. Well, the first election with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, I was faced with two abusers, and I had to choose one.
You chose the orange one.
No, absolutely not.
So you did vote for Hillary.
I chose whoever the Green Party was.
Okay, so you voted third party in 2016.
Yes.
Okay. Who'd you vote for in 2020 then? I'm a little confused.
2020, I voted for Biden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like you just don't like Hillary.
I don't like Trump.
Yeah, but
I don't like
you
Hillary.
don't like Hillary either.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I've seen what she does.
Okay. Is it worse than what Trump does? If you had to vote, if you had to vote today and the election was Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton, knowing everything that you know, who'd you vote for?
If those are my only two options, Are those my only two options?
Mhm.
Yeah. I would vote for Hillary.
Mm. Okay. All right. So let's break this down because you said a lot there, right? And I wanted to make sure we got an understanding as far as like what you were talking about, how that looked in that.
This chat really thinks they know what I'm talking about, and they have no idea.
Yeah, it's okay. Listen, don't worry about the chat. The chat can be mean. Sometimes they bully me. Don't worry about the chat. It's you and I right here, right? You and I are talking. Where do I want to start?
Oh, you can be embarrassed for me. That's okay.
Yeah, no, stop worrying about the chat. It's me and you. Do you know what misogyny is?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what you think misogyny is.
I think misogyny is when men, or I guess it could go for women too, but when men perceive themselves as a higher power or better than females, women. And consider women the lesser species.
Okay. But do you know what internalized misogyny is?
Could you explain it?
Yeah. It's when women have a similar stance as far as men having some level of superiority, whether it's due to like leadership, emotional status, the ability to actually, do things better, but it's not based off of any type of facts. It's just based off of internal biases. And so where a lot of times you may not understand that you're engaging in like internalized misogyny, you may think that like this is just like the way that things are. But we're socialized by society to look at women as less than men. And so you engage in those things unknowingly doing so. And then sometimes you actually articulate those things and you stand on it. One great example as far as internalized misogyny, the entire time that we've been talking, I've had to correct you multiple times about like female, and you keep going back to female.
That's because like you, what can I say? What do you call the shoes you're wearing? Do you call them sneakers or tennis shoes?
Oh, well, I got on flip-flops right now. I got on my lemon pepper steppers.
Okay, so you call them flip-flops, where I would
Nike
call
lemon
them,
pepper steppers. But no, I get what you're saying. Shoes or tennis.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But like if you say sneakers, I say tennis shoes. So when I say female, I'm talking about a human female. I'm not talking about another animal. I'm talking about
but when you say but again, and that's why I corrected you multiple times, and I even gave you the specific analogy of like, or not analogy, example. I said, what are you talking about? A female kangaroo or a female giraffe? Because when you talk about female, that's not specific to humans. But if you want to talk about a female human, then you can talk about a woman. And so the reason why I kept calling that out is because that's internalized misogyny. Like you are tuned to calling women female, and even while being corrected, you still associate that because that's how society has perpetuated women, and it's dehumanizing. Right.
Okay,
even if you listen to people have this conversation.
I don't know if you're trying to call me a misogynist.
Oh, yeah. You have you definitely have internalized misogyny
against women.
Yeah, that's who you have misogyny against. No, you're actually wrong. Just because I call them females doesn't mean I'm an internalized misogynist. You're actually getting that so wrong. I call them females because they're not males. No, you call them females because the word, even after I explain the difference. I don't even use
the word man.
Again,
man and woman, those are not words that I use.
Okay, listen, slow down for a second. No one's attacking you.
Hold on.
It's just me and you talking.
I'm going to explain myself.
I don't need you to explain yourself. I need you to let me finish what I'm saying.
Who I am.
Listen, Hannah, you're having really big feelings right now, and I understand because you're hearing something that you don't like. Right now, you're having what's called an amygdala response.
You are assuming.
Okay. Do you know what an amygdala response is?
Do you know what assuming is?
Yes, I do. But do you know what an amygdala response is?
Do you know what assuming is?
I just said yes. Now, do you know what an amygdala response is?
No, I don't.
Okay, I got you. Don't worry about it. An amygdala response is the part of your brain that triggers the fight or flight situation, right? And it's when you get into a situation that becomes so untenable, so uncomfortable that you do either one of two things. Either you run away or you start to fight, right? And so I'm giving you this information right now.
Can I stop you right there?
No, you cannot. Let me finish my sentence.
I will though. Okay, do you know what the difference between...
You know what the difference is between me and you? I have the ability to mute you so I can finish my sentence. I'm literally letting you speak. I let you talk for a while, and now I'm telling you something, and it's like getting to you. Again, you're having an amygdala response. And so I'm telling you something that has made you uncomfortable because it challenges your perspective and who you think you are. And I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm not saying that you are actively trying to harm anyone. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just telling you that you don't understand your biases. You don't understand your innate ability to actually say like women are less than. I'm not saying that you are actively trying to engage in this, but I'm telling you that the things that you're saying and perpetuating is internalized misogyny. And instead of like fighting it, I would like for you to like sit back for a second and like kind of dig into why I'm saying these things. And then maybe we can talk about the internalized misogyny that you are currently engaged in. Again, I'm not calling you a bad person, Hannah. I'm not saying that you're bad. I'm just saying like that's what's happening. So I'm going to send you a request to come off mute. What up, Brenda?
Okay, my turn? Okay, now let me tell you how you're wrong, okay? Just because I use a specific term means nothing, okay? And here, let me explain this to you why. And I'm also not a misogynist. I don't have anything against women, girls of the female human spectrum, okay? The only humans I have anything against, as far as like a general blanket, would be narcissist. And that includes all genders, all 3,000 of whatever they are. Okay.
3,000 of what? What do you mean?
It's a joke.
Oh, are you making a joke saying that there's 3,000 genders?
Can I finish my statement?
No, I'm just trying to understand what you were saying.
We're not getting into another debate before.
No, I'm not. I'm literally just trying. You said something I didn't understand, so I wanted a clarification.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, good. Okay. Now, do you know the difference between PTSD and CPTSD?
I know what PTSD, but no, I don't. What's CPTSD?
CPTSD is complex post-traumatic syndrome disorder, and that is from prolonged, lifelong, extreme abuse or multiple abuses, okay? Now, in both PTSD and CPTSD, there is the natural fight or flight syndrome. One thing with both of them, which is more commonly in CPTSD, is the fight or flight when it comes to talking or trying to explain themselves, okay? One thing about a lifelong abuse victim is that we spend our entire lives explaining ourselves and being shut down and told we're wrong just because we say one word differently than what somebody else's likes, okay? Now, you don't like me using the word female, but I'm going to tell you something, and it does not prove you're right at all, and I'll tell you why. I don't like using the word woman because of my lifelong abuse. That word is uncomfortable to me, and it has nothing to do with misogyny at all. It has to do with rape, and it has to do with trafficking, and it has to do with abuse, and it has to do with psychological warfare. Okay. As a child victim, let's not share too much. I don't want any trigger warnings for the chat. I mean, you can definitely talk about your perspective when it comes to CPTSD, but I don't want to like share any overall experiences which would cause like any type of harm to the chat. So please do not like go into one detail or continue to cross the line. So let's keep that kind of high level. I don't want to do that. I'm just saying, as a child victim, our brains are trapped in a time and space. And we found a way to exist and grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A way that was safer for us when we're out. Okay. And if that's using certain words over other words, sure. I don't use the word man either.
Mm-hmm.
And it has nothing to do with misogyny, has nothing to do with a blanketed hatred for anybody. Okay? Not at all. It has to do with, it feels safer to me to say female, male, guy, girl. Okay? Now, if we can go back.
If you're done with that, I would like to actually respond to what you said, because it's not a case of like you just get to say this and then like we move on. I absolutely have something to say to that.
Okay, well, I want to go back to my original point.
We can go back to the original point, but like the point is like actually dealing with this as a whole. So I need you to like hang tight with me for a second. And before I speak to you, I'm going to say this to the chat. Hey, chat, remain respectful, right? No matter if we feel like we are in a conversation that we may disagree with, if you feel like someone is saying something that is not necessarily where you align, or if you think they're wrong or whatever, we don't do that here. We don't take any type of instance where, one, we're invalidating anyone's experience, two, that we are sitting here and victimizing any victims, or three, that we are attacking anyone and using dehumanizing terms. So please, 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 even with this conversation, keep it together. If you feel like you can't handle the conversation, then you can scroll out, you can come back later, whatever the case may be, but please keep it together and remain respectful in the chat. My mods will continue to watch it. If you guys cannot do so, you will be muted. And if not, you know, we're going to have to give you the boot. All right.
No trauma dump. There's no trauma dump at all. It's
Hannah,
literally
Hannah, stop. You're up here with me. Please stop talking to the chat. If you can't handle like the chat typing, then you can you can swipe to the side and it'll like get rid of the chat for you. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I know how to do this. Actually, if you hold it down, you can turn off like the chat for you or whatever. So like if you are having an issue with seeing what's coming in the chat after I've told them to remain respectful, then just turn the chat off for you. All right. So Hannah, the reason why I said what I said, I'm not invalidating your experience when it comes to CPTSD, right? If you've been clinically diagnosed, that I respect that. And I do, like, I looked it up and I was looking through and getting a high level understanding as far as like the causes, ongoing, inescapable trauma. And it's a lot of times it's due to like childhood abuse, torture, slavery, prolonged domestic violence, things like that. And so I understand your perspective and where you're coming from. And even more so, if you're saying you make these connections when it comes to word phrasing, right? The one thing that I was trying to get across is when explaining to you the difference in the terminology, the reason why I gave you that information is because it's dehumanizing when you refer to women as females. I get your perspective and I get your understanding, and I'm not even pushing back on your ability to use words that are comfortable for you because of any condition that you may have. That's understandable. But the one thing that I always say is that if you know better, you do better. And so at the very least, if you understand that, yes, you don't like using the term man or woman, that's understandable. But if you also understand the terms female and males are dehumanizing, and I'm telling you why they're dehumanizing, then there should be some type of bridge that you look to find so you don't use these words that are dehumanizing to other people, while at the same time making sure that you don't harm yourself by having to repeat words that make you feel like, you know, the way that you feel, because your feelings are completely valid. But with that being said, the reason why I say that you're having an amygdala response, not negating any type of trigger that you may have from your CPTSD, but this is quite often a situation where like I'm telling you something and I didn't get an opportunity to really engage in the premise as far as why I was explaining that, because it's more than just your terminology. They're like me saying that you have, internalized misogyny. Again, it's not saying that you're a bad person. It's not saying that you're evil. It's not saying that you're mean. And it's also based off of more than just that one thing. I let you talk for a while, and I let you talk for a while because I wanted to hear all the things that you were saying. You said a lot of stuff, and a lot of the stuff that you said got me to the point of saying you have internalized misogyny. And that's why I was going through that. Now, one last thing that I want to say is actually working on our inherent biases is something that we should be doing on a daily basis. I say this all the time. I'm a misogynist because I'm a man. And so I have to constantly work on my misogyny. And if you are someone that is like, not a part of a certain group, then you have that actual, inherent thing. But even with being a part of that group, you can have certain biases towards that group, right? I talk about like anti-Blackness all the time, and Black people can engage in anti-Blackness. And that's when they get caught up in like stereotypes, tropes, the way that they've been conditioned throughout society to believe like negative things that impact Black people. And that's more so what I'm talking about you. I'm not saying that you're a bad person and you want to engage in these things, but I'm saying that within the society that we live in, you're parroting those misogynistic points that have been perpetuated throughout society. And that's the point that we're digging at. Those are the things that we want to talk about, not you being a bad person, but how you're repeating the things throughout society that has disenfranchised women. And that's what we're talking about. So I'm going to send you a request to come off mute.
Okay. Is it wrong that I say girl and guy? Or is that a better term to use than female and male?
I mean, for you,
because
like
I can't say girl and guy.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. That's fine. I mean, if that's something like a compromise for you, I'm not going to push back on it. I was just talking about like the dehumanizing term. But like I said as well, there's more than just that. That there's not like the terms was just the tip of the iceberg as far as why I said what I said.
Okay.
Would you like to talk about the rest?
The rest of.
So you made a point about like narcissists, right? And your insinuation was that a woman being a narcissist or a girl being a narcissist would be worse than like a man or a guy being a narcissist. And your premise was more so because of like how, women are, whatever. But like, I guess the question that I have is, where are you getting this from? Like what evidence or quantifiable evidence have you been able to, what studies or like what breakdown have you gotten that concludes that there's a differentiation in narcissists when it comes to men versus women?
I could get you stuff. I don't have offhand like specific things. Have
you read any studies or like books or anything?
Studies.
Okay.
Studies. Okay. One thing I would direct you to, which I can't because you would have to go to college for that, would be a psychology class. And then another thing I would direct you to is directly to the DSM-5. Psychology Today would have plenty of journals on, and it's actually called female narcissism. So I'm not being misogynist when I'm saying.
No, you're fine. Where in the DSM-5 does it say that there is a not only a discrepancy between men and women as far as being narcissists, but women tend to be worse, or I guess if you were going to use this terms, female or male?
I'll have to switch off screen to go look.
Yeah, go ahead and swipe out for 2 seconds. I got a bunch of thank yous that I have to read out. You can grab that and we can take a look at it. Gosh, let me catch up on these super chats. Holy smokes. Guys, W's in chat from Mom for the $5 super chat. Say, my family is MAGA. I wasn't raised that way at all. I'm disgusted, but mostly saddened that they're on the wrong side. Yes, they're absolutely on the wrong side of history. W's in the chat for Unicorn for the $50 Nordic. W's in the chat. I don't know what that converts to, but 50 of anything is a lot to me. So W's in the chat for Unicorn. Thank you so much for the $50 Norwegian. Say, I just checked the price of my heart medication in the US with my insurance. A supply costs around $175 USD. Norway, where I live, it's free. Listen, I'm telling you, like our healthcare system is a scam. W's in chat for Mom for a $2 super chat to say, women for women, we need to love each other. I completely agree. Completely. W's in the chat for Katie for the $5 super chat to say, lady, your internal misogyny is showing. Somehow the woman narcissist is worse than the man narcissist. What? again, I think narcissists are just bad. I don't think it's a sex or gender thing. W's in the chat for Zaggy for the $5 super chat to say she is severely messing up and converting and overting NPD. It's not gender based whatsoever. I know. W's in the chat for Laugh Out Leslie. Hey, Leslie, for the $10 super chat to say, good morning, Santana. Good morning, Laugh Out Leslie. And W's in the chat for Sin. Hey, Sin, who sent a $4.99 super chat to say, you can't control trauma, but you can control how you treat others. I completely agree with that one. W's in the chat for Sin. W's in the chat for Cassie for the $1 donation saying, he's a runner, he's a track star. He gonna run away when it get hard. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's exactly what happened. W's in the chat for Gray for the $3 donation saying, no need to read this out loud. Gray, thank you for that. I thought so. Thank you for that $3 donation. W's in the chat for Kimberly for the $10 donation saying, to be fair, Octopi would be smarter than MAGA. You're right. W's in the chat for Dragon for the $1 donation saying she needs a drink of water, then come back. Yeah, and maybe water and say something kind. W's in the chat for Dragon said, to clarify, my previous CA was from the store. Oh, okay. Yeah. W's in the chat for Ashley for the $5 donation saying, reverse it. Narcissistic women. Trust me. Got it. And last but not least, guys, holy fuck. W's in the chat for Eric. Eric sent a $50 donation. Holy fuck, Eric sent a $50 donation saying, as a non-practicing white, holy shit. I am embarrassed for most of these clowns that speak to you. Keep fighting the good fight, and I hope you're as pumped for the DB Super Galactic Patrol arc. Oh, yes. I cannot wait for that. Cannot fucking wait. W's in the chat for Eric. Hey, Hannah, you might want to swipe back in every few seconds or whatever, because if you stay out of the app for too long, it'll kick you out. So yeah, just swipe out for a second, then you can go back. I mean, you swipe in for a second, you can go back and finish again what you're getting. W's in the chat for Megan, who sent a $5 donation saying, I'm in psychology. Narcissism is diagnosed more frequently in men, but a lot is in diagnostics. If you check the symptoms, it's likely to be socially okay for men to display some of these, and seeing that the symptomatics of a narcissism in a woman. There's studies as well. Yeah, I thought so. And men absolutely display that a lot more. W's in the chat for Lori, who sent a $5 donation saying, Santana, newbie here. I would give you all the money in the world to pick your brain. You really don't have to, just drop a question. You've taught me so much in the past week, and I'm started watching. I'm blown. I sent you an email. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. Hey, if you could, Lori, just reply to the message. You don't have to send another donation. Just reply to the message. Tell me your email address. I'll go look for it. I get like so many emails, and I like sometimes get those mixed up. Two last quick ones. W's in the chat for CWLG for the $4.99 super chat to say, there's a bias in academia and research. A woman and a man with the same symptoms could get easily get different diagnostics based off biases. I completely agree. And last but not least, W's in the chat for MJ, who just became a late night tuber over on YouTube. Guys, if you're over on YouTube and you're not a member, grab a membership, right? You get access to a bunch of really cool stickers. You get like the message that you can send without the super chat. And you get access to an amazing Discord. The link is in the thing. You can actually do it here as a super fan over on YouTube as well. W's in the chat for all the donors. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out. Keep tapping the screen. Let's get the likes up, please, to 200,000 likes. Last but not least, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Hannah, whenever you're ready, you can come back in and we can go from there. Thank you for the cake.
Okay, so in the DSM-5, I forgot what the word said. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember everything so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Sure. In the DSM-5, it explains just exactly what you just said.
What did you look up?
Bias in diagnosing a female narcissist with a male narcissist. A female narcissist generally gets misdiagnosed as BPD or histrionic, which that goes along with the emotional side of it, which is why they're misdiagnosed, because male narcissists, which this is exactly how it's categorized. Therefore, I'm not being misogynistic.
No, you're good.
When
you're
I
good.
say
Keep
male
going.
and female, male narcissists are more internalized with their perceived emotions, and it's more based on grandiose and ego. Whereas females are more externalized with perceived emotions.
Got it. Hey,
And then
question for you really
the
quick,
National
Hannah.
Institute of Health has
Hold on. Wait.
a-
Stay right here for me for a second. Why do you think that within medicine that there is an ability to properly and accurately diagnose men males more so than?
I don't think that at all. You asked me.
No. I'm not saying you actually think that. I'm saying that it's factual. Even like looking at how narcissists are diagnosed, right? But
it's almost impossible to diagnose a narcissist.
Right.
The narcissist has to want to be diagnosed.
Stop for 2 seconds. And listen to what I'm saying. Why do you think in healthcare as a whole that diagnosis and treatment for men or male are at a higher level or more effective than diagnosis or treatments for a woman/female?
In which terms? As far as narcissism?
No, just in general.
I don't think that.
I'm not saying you think
I don't even
that.
understand what you're saying with that, because that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Sure, give me 1 second.
I don't think that.
1 second.
I think that men are
sure. Give me
far
1 second.
more
Okay.
underdiagnosed than females or girls, ladies, women, whatever. Mostly because males do not like going to the doctor. They don't want to believe that, there's something wrong. Men were raised to not have feelings and not think that they can do this, which I think is horrible. And I would love to see that change. And I love seeing it change now, where there are more men going to therapy, are more men going to a general doctor to take care of their health. Those are things that I highly advocate for. I don't see, I'm not sure if you're thinking I'm trying to suppress something, but I'm not.
Nope. So this comes from looking at there's a couple of different studies that has completed this, including Birmingham Gastrolic Association. And this is also in conjunction with the Digestive Health and Science Center. And they also did exploring with the National Institution of Health. And it talks about the ability for diagnosis of different things throughout the healthcare field when it comes to men versus women. And when it comes to men versus women, men are generally not only more, they're diagnosed more for the issues that they have, but they have faster diagnostics, and they are more faster diagnostics and treated not better, but more effective treatment throughout the totality of healthcare. So again, I'm not talking about like why you think that. I'm saying, why is it that within healthcare, overall men or males are diagnosed at a higher clip or a better clip, and then also have like better options for treatment?
I honestly do not have an answer for that, because I do not see let me put it in a way that you and everyone else will completely understand that I'm not trying to debate that specific topic. Okay. I have not personally seen the difference, and I also do not believe I mean, I believe that there is a difference. You're telling me so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that there should be a difference. I think regardless of whatever your gender is, that you should receive the same health care and the same outcome.
Okay. Don't worry about it. I'll give it to you because like the thing isn't, it's not me sitting here saying that men or women should or shouldn't receive better health care. I'm saying due to the history and the practice of medicine and healthcare, men have been the focus of healthcare treatment standards and the way that we actually guide our healthcare system. And that's the patriarchy, right? Like that's literally the patriarchy, the gearing of medication and, medical advancements towards the male body versus the female body is the reason why, if you take a look at even going back to what we were talking about, the diagnostics of narcissism, that it's more in tune with being able to diagnose narcissism within men than women. I do understand like there's multiple factors that includes how you can actually diagnose a narcissist, but like understanding the overall structure of healthcare and how the patriarchal system gears it to the advancement fixes and all these other things when it comes to men is what drives that healthcare industry. Think about this one. When you think about the issues that men, when you think about the issues that reside in men, more than resides.
I would be telling you that I know, and I'm asking you if you can clarify this for me before you continue. Are you talking about the same gender differences that has always existed, like back in the 60s and the 50s, where they treated depression in women with like rape and abuse and institutionalization over the other side? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, that absolutely plays into the patriarchy. The fact that women who were looked at in certain ways throughout history of not only our country, but the world. And if they, had like certain emotions or if they were experiencing postpartum symptoms, then they could be institutionalized by their partners and all this other stuff. Like all of this type of thing leads to the difference or the discrepancy that you see in overall healthcare, but even more so, like it all connects to the patriarchy. When you gear practicing medicine, one second, let me finish. When you gear practicing medicine as a whole towards the overall advancement of men, that's where you see like the advancements occurring quicker or faster or more effective than they do in women. And so even when you talk about your premise as far as like diagnosis of narcissism or narcissist, like it lends itself to the discrepancies within the healthcare field. Hey, Kay.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Sorry to bother you. We have Hannah here, and Hannah came up and we were talking about a couple of things, and she wanted to get to like something else as far as the background, but we've been stuck on the patriarchy. Her premise was, listen to me. Sure, one second. Let me get Kay up to speed.
Don't even let me talk about it.
Sure, let me get Kay up to speed. And so she said that like she didn't think a woman would be able to
no, that's not what I said.
Okay, Hannah, I'm gonna mute you, okay? Because I'm talking to Kay right now. I'm not talking to you. The issue that she had is she said she didn't think a female would actually be more effective than a male as far as like a president or whatever, because a female narcissist would be worse than a male narcissist, which took us kind of down a rabbit hole. I started explaining the difference between female and male and woman and man. And then she explained to me like the reasoning behind her saying that is, of course, from CPTSD. And she said, that's why she was advert to using the terms men and women. She started to talk about her trauma a little bit, but I stopped and I made sure that she understood like boundaries as far as, trigger warnings and all this other stuff. And so we didn't go that far. But then she started talking about like how overall she thinks that men have certain levels of or the difference between men and women when it comes to like leadership. And I was telling her that it's all tied towards her internal misogyny. And like that was a whole thing. She doesn't think that she has any type of internal misogyny, and like it was a whole big thing where like me projecting that on her, but like it's become like a medical thing. So right now she's working off the premise that there's not only a separation in narcissists, but the premise that a narcissist as a woman, or her term girl, because she's more comfortable with like girl and guy versus man and woman, but a girl narcissist is worse than a man narcissist. We just got to the point of looking at the diagnostics for diagnosing a narcissist, and then we're talking about the discrepancies when it comes to diagnosing a man and a woman, and then that led me into like the overall discrepancy throughout healthcare when it comes to the advancements and treatments for men versus women. So that's where we are.
Okay. So just to start off with, if a conversation cannot be had utilizing the correct terminology because it is triggering to your CPTSD, then I would kindly ask you to remove yourself from the conversation, because we're not going to call somebody something that they're not. And you should, retreat into something that would be peaceful for you. But we're not going to change language and call people something that they're not, because it has to be that way for you.
He did say I can say guy and girl.
Okay, but girl has a denotion of age.
Oh God, and I'm the misogynist. Okay, that's cute. Can I just go back? Can I correct something? Because Santana, you were wrong. I did not say men would be better than women. Okay. What I said was specifically talking about Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. I specifically
you said a female narcissist would be worse than a male narcissist. But then we got into the specifics of Donald Trump.
We were specifically talking about Hillary
started
and
with
Donald.
No, we weren't. I finally said like, hey, who would you vote for then? But your initial premise was a female narcissist would be worse than a male narcissist. And you said the reason being is because the female narcissist, your term, would actually be in a situation where they would hide emotions and they're not emotionally in tune, but they're good at reading other people's emotion, and that could be exploitative. You said that the country could be in a position where they're praising her, but then she's actually sending the country towards a downward spiral. That's what you said.
And that was specifically relating to Hillary Clinton.
You said that not prior to me talking about Hillary Clinton. You literally said that before. Anyway, finish talking to Kay.
Actually, no, it was only about Hillary Clinton.
Finish talking to Kay.
And the only time I brought up narcissism was about Hillary Clinton, because you had said...
You're on YouTube. I can rewind this to the part that you said that. You're literally lying.
Rewind it so you can see how
finish
wrong
talking
you
to
are.
Kay. Finish talking to Kay.
Okay, I will. I specifically said, because he gave me the choice between Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton.
You're lying.
Am I talking?
You're literally lying. No, stop.
Am I talking or you?
Okay, hold on. We can go back and watch it. I'll go back and watch it. It doesn't really
go back
matter
and watch it, because he's the one lying.
Hannah,
the narcissism thing came out after the Hillary thing, and I was directly talking about Hillary Clinton.
Issues, Kay.
Hannah, your sentence shouldn't start in the middle of mine. I'm sitting here saying that I would go back.
I haven't been able to start a sentence at all.
Do you want to whine more, or do you want to have a conversation? We did an age check. This is a grown adult, right?
Yep, this is a fully functional adult.
Okay. I wouldn't use that term because of just ableism in general, but
sorry.
No, it's good. So first of all, I'm not sure. Hannah, could you tell me your background? Are you in the field of psychology? Do you have diagnostic capabilities? You have to unmute yourself.
Hannah, you're muted.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you have an NPI?
No.
Okay. So
Do I
when
need to
you're
actually
saying-
tell you my entire life and my specific details?
I'm asking for a very specific reason because you're talking about diagnosis, and people who do not have the capacity or capability to diagnose should not be up here talking about.
Exactly. That's why you should not be telling me that I am not a fully functional adult. That's why Santana should not be telling me that I am, because neither of you have the capability to diagnose anything. However, I do. I have
Sure.
a PhD in clinical.
Sure. Shh. Hey, Kay.
Yeah. So first of all, what I said to Santana was, when he said that you were a fully functioning adult, was we shouldn't use that term because of ableism and because it could be dangerous if when we say that, it could become ableist if somebody isn't a fully functioning. It was a call-in to my friend to use better language. Secondly, I'm a double board certified physician, psychiatry, internal medicine, 2 master's degrees in addition to that.
You know, you
So-
have the audacity to act like I'm the problem when you're making childish faces like that. Are you 8?
Hey, Hannah, lock
Are
in.
you 8?
Lock in. Listen, I
I
know
don't
I
talk
just
to
hurt your
minors.
feelings
Are
with
you
face.
8?
I don't listen. Stop it. Don't run from
Are
Kay
you
now.
8?
You just listen. Now, you thought you were gonna son her, right? Because you was like, oh,
Are you a
you don't
minor?
have this, and you can't tell me da 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 da
I
da.
don't
Now you're
talk to
deflecting. Lock
I don't
in.
talk to minors.
Lock in and talk to Kay.
I will talk
If you're
to
gonna
this
run,
lady,
then
but
run.
will
I don't
not
care
talk
which
to
one,
you.
but talk to Kay.
Hannah, at this point,
No, I'm
I
going
would
to
have
tell
to
you
ask.
what really happened, and you're going to
Hannah.
listen to me, okay?
No, I'm
So,
not going to
this is
listen
what
to you.
happened.
I will
He
drop
asked
your
me
ass.
who I voted for in 2016.
I don't care.
And I told him who I voted for, and he asked me why. And then he gave me the option to either choose Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. No other option.
I'm so sorry. I do not care. I heard the explanation. I'm not going to sit here and let you just steamroll the conversation. You're not answering any of the direct questions that I'm asking you, and this is a totally different conversation than the one that you had with Santana.
My right to an opinion, he didn't like that one. So he started calling me other things. You're not going to come in here and tell me what you think of me because you don't know me. You never had an assessment for me, nor can you sit there and legally.
I think the wrong person dropped. Wrong person dropped. You got dropped. I ain't do it. You got dropped. There we go. Hands was right here.
No, so what's not going to happen is somebody that has CPTSD, we're not going to entertain this because I'm more than willing to have a rational conversation. She's not having a good day. She's clearly having some triggers, and I really do think that this is at some point comes a non-consensual conversation only because it's the steamrolling and only what needs to be, like said by her. I would implore her to contact the people that she uses, just like all of us mental health providers should have. And access is hard. So I do really, I appreciate the chat I keep seeing excellent comments about, like trying to keep each other in check about, terminology and stuff.
I had to keep them in line early. Okay, I know.
And so,
right.
And so it's not chronic. That's not the answer. So it's complex. PTSD is caused by multiple factors. It used to be referred to as combat. But at this time, I just, I'd be more than willing to have a conversation with Hannah when the emotions are not so, especially being possibly 2 providers, but not like that. So,
Okay, all good. Well, you know, I trust your opinion. So anyway,
just from the mere fact that, you know, no harm wanted to be caused. So, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I need to get back to that capitalism. I'm so sorry. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. W's in the chat for Kay. W's in the chat for Kay. Really quick, guys, W's in the chat as well for Momster Meg, Creative Nikki, and also Zaggy. All of them became members over on the YouTubes. W's in the chat. W's in the chat also for Ali for the donation saying, hey, Santana, I wonder if that leftist sabotage prompt is inviting liberals up. Yes, you can get up here if you're a Trump supporter or if you disagree with anything on the background. This is not restricted to just Trump supporters. If you disagree with something on the background, get in the box. W's in the chat for Serena for the $5 donation saying, I appreciate everything you do to help inform and educate others. Every day I listen to your debates while working. Your patience with them is commendable. I don't know. Sometimes. I told a MAGA today that he's I'm not going to say that word because that's ableist person in the world, but I hope that person doesn't, unalive. Jeez, W's in the chat for Ashlyn for the $5 donation saying, as someone with CPTSD from growing up with a narcissistic father and has been in therapy for over a decade at the age of 22 because of it, trauma is not an excuse to have hateful beliefs. I completely agree about that because we didn't even get into like the whole gender comment. Like she made the comment that there's 3,000 genders. Like, okay, that's telling. W's in chat for Mega with the $1 donation saying, listening to her and knowing that she's spreading invalid psych theory is driving me up the wall. Put me in, coach. But for real, thank you for using the Socratic method to show her the knowledge gaps. Like literally, I'm just trying to point that out when I can. Honestly, that's what it was. W's in chat for Jessica for the $1 donation saying, hey, Santana, thank you so much for everything. I won't be able to send much else. Listen, absolutely. I understand. Jessica, you sending $1 is absolutely amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, and yes, I got your email. I will try to get you an answer like really quickly. I promise. Thank you so much, Jessica. Was in chat for Gray for the $2 donation saying, yes, the DSM was designed initially to diagnose and research white cis men. Even if I agree with the guests about women versus NPD, Kamala didn't fit the criteria based off of what we know. Yeah, I agree. She also said she didn't vote for Kamala. She voted for Donald Trump, but we were talking about it in general. W's in chat for Paige for the $5 donation saying, I almost died due to this. I got diagnosed with Graves' disease after over 2 years of being horrendously ill. I lost almost 100 pounds, 2 years, 12 PCP visits, 10 ER visits, great insurance. I'm a nurse and still couldn't get them to believe me. The guess is not right. Exactly. And like the fact that women have to go like through up and above and beyond to get proper treatment is like fucking mind blowing. W's in chat for Jessica for the $1 donation saying, as a clinical therapist who's qualified to diagnose, we're not ethically allowed to diagnose people we do not know, especially public figures. This is what this was a big topic during Trump's first term. I agree. And I don't, even when people say like, oh, he has Biden had dementia, like the reason why I had such a big problem with that is none of us was like his doctors, and we also didn't have access to his medical records. And so people that were saying those things, like they were just perpetuating harm without like, the proper information to say the things that they said. And last but not least, guys, W's in the chat for Mia, who sent a $5.55 donation saying, that was rough. I have CPTSD and I know it's hard when you don't feel heard, but you also need the awareness to know when it's not the time. It took me a long time to learn that awareness. Absolutely. And listen, I will like to say like, that's on me as well. And I'm glad that I have like Kay and other people who have the ability to step in and say like, hey, maybe this isn't the time. Maybe we need to move off of this. Maybe we need to try another topic or try another way, because I can get locked in on a certain thing and like drive forward on that. And I want to make sure I'm having productive conversations, but also want to make sure that I'm not perpetuating any harm. And so I really appreciate Kay being able to step in and say like, hey, nope, and then just shut it down. So W's in the chat. W's in the chat for all the donors. Again, if anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 250,000 likes. Also, again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Thank you for the cake. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. While we're getting more people in here, like I said, guys, keep tapping that screen. Look up at the top, 2,000 people hanging out here. If you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button, guys. We're driving towards 200,000 followers. And on this live, we only have 110 new followers. I'm positive that there's more than 110 people watching out of this 2,000 that have not followed me. So if you see that follow, hit that follow button. If you see the gray heart, go ahead and send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. If you think like, God, this guy has a stupid punchable face, hit that follow button. You can look at it and then like rage out or whatever. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Vanessa. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Vanessa.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. I'll go ahead and drop you down. Also, you turned into a robot. You turned into a robot. All right. Absolutely. Give me one of these right here. All right. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. Hi, Lethal. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? I think Lethal Bunny is napping. Go ahead and send you on back down to the comments, friend. I'm gonna slide you on back down to the womb land.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. It was an accident.
Nope. You're here now. Tell the people to tap the screen and do the good things.
Yeah, tap the screen. Santana's awesome. He's like a great person and love listening to you.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you. Guys, again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Nate, hi. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Well, I'm just not so sure about like how prevalent white privilege is now versus when it was back in like the 60s.
Okay, so 1 second here. Sorry, let me answer something. All right, so you disagree with the topic of like white privilege. Is that accurate?
Like, I still think it exists, just not in the same way that it used to exist.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So the premise that I have is that white privilege throughout the history of our country has been an overwhelming negative because it has disenfranchised anyone who does not have access to white privilege. Now, today, it actually persists in the sense that people that are non-white have less access to multiple things, whether it be education, healthcare, like justice throughout the judicial system. There's a multitude of factors that you lose when you actually don't have access to white privilege. And even more so, what happens to white people who have access to white privilege, but they put themselves between white supremacy and upholding white supremacy. They lose their access to white privilege. Hey, what up, Chewy? Thank you for the dinosaur. They lose their access to white privilege. And then they are, acceptably shot in the face in the middle of the street. And then like people defend the actual murder of them. So like white privilege has been a thing that has given a leg up even today to people. And as soon as they lose access to it, then they're disposable just like any other non-white person.
Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense. Do you think, what are your thoughts on systemic racism?
I think racism as a whole is continued to disenfranchise non-white people, and it's overwhelmingly harmful, and it costs America a lot of monies. 16 trillion with a T. Did you know that, Nate?
No, I didn't actually.
The United States of America has lost out on $16 trillion due to racism. There was a study completed by Citibank Group that showed that through like redlining, through like educational loans, all this other stuff that our country has lost out on $16 trillion. And so instead of actually giving opportunity to non-white people, specifically Black people, to be able to have social mobility and create generational wealth, there has been a conscious decision to discriminate and then like lose out on money in our pockets.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, because like when you're like discriminating against all those people who make up a big portion of the U.S. population, you're probably going to discriminate against people who are successful as well.
Yep.
But that's about it on my end.
That's what's up.
But I appreciate it, man.
About hey, Craftway, thank you so much for that. What do you think about the patriarchy? Fuck that shit, right? Right, Nate?
Huh?
I said, fuck the patriarchy, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna drop you down then, Nate.
All right, I appreciate it, man.
No diggity. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up in the if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. W's in chat for Victoria for the $5 donation, saying, I know shit gets real when K is up. W's for K for keeping the potential misinformation on how to diagnose, how diagnosis works and putting the brakes. Listen, I'll tell you guys this. In my phone, K name is K the hitter, because that's my hitter. Like, K don't play those games. Like, K stand on big business, 10 toes down. 10 toes down at all time. Anyway, if anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Oh, that person's gone. They're gone. They're gone. You handled it properly. I mean, I think that I may have gotten a little bit too like, yeah. I tend to like, sometimes I get so locked in that I don't always have the ability to pull back when it's necessary. But I think that there's a great opportunity for that. I think there's a great opportunity for that. While we are waiting on Trump supporters to like have the testicular fortitude to get in the box, a couple of quick things that I want to talk to you guys about. This was interesting to me. And this is something that was just put out by Representative Marlene Stansberry. And this is the current people that are within the Trump administration that are all listed in the Epstein files. Fucking mind blowing. Lock in for a second, chat. This is either, excuse me. Let me correct that. This is either someone who is currently within the Trump administration or has been a part of the first Trump administration, and they're all in the Epstein files. Donald Trump, Melania Trump, Howard Lechnick, the current Secretary of Commerce, John Filling, which is the Secretary of Navy, Pablo Zampalo, who is at the Kennedy Center, RFK Jr., Secretary of HHS, Kevin Warsh, the Fed chair nominee, Mehmet Oz, which is the administration for CMS, Elon Musk, we know him, Steve Bannon, Donald Trump's former advisor, Alex Acosta, the former Secretary of Labor, Bill Barr, former AG, and then Brett Ratner, film director that actually produced Melania's film, which he's not in administration, but he's directly connected. The thing that I see, or we have here, the issue is that Donald Trump has so many people within his atmosphere that are directly connected to the Epstein files. And the fact that Donald Trump has been mentioned over 1 million times in the Epstein files, how can anyone say that he didn't do anything wrong? Think about that. Yesterday, Pam Bondi said that there was nothing in the Epstein files that directly implicated Donald Trump. I want you to. How? He's mentioned a million times, but she said that he has nothing that implicates him in the Epstein files. Donald Trump is mentioned more in the Epstein files than Jesus is mentioned in the Bible. Think about that one. There's more talking about Donald Trump when it comes to the Epstein files than there is Jesus in the Bible. That's interesting. That's super interesting. One other thing that I wanted to, well, not one other thing, but something else that I wanted to talk about that we did not get a chance to talk about. And again, if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background, get in the box. We're only looking for some debates. Only requests up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Donald Trump's tariffs on Canada was officially blocked yesterday, which is interesting that the Republicans in the House was able to galvanize themselves enough to say like, hey, what you're doing as far as putting the actual tariffs on Canada doesn't work for us. Fucking wild. I think that's a huge thing. Oh. Not to shift gears. But there's one other thing that I really want to talk about. Dang it. Okay. If you guys didn't see this yesterday, the FAA put in a complete stop to flights in and out and around El Paso, Texas for 10 days, which is absolutely mind-blowing, to stop flights in and out in that area for 10 days. And so much so that they put a protective order saying that if there were any aircrafts that were to enter that airspace, that they are going to use lethal force, like literal lethal force, if there's any aircrafts coming into the area. Now, the official word is that it has something to do with like the military and some type of, whatever, but they were super vague as far as what's actually happening and why they shut down the airspace. But for 10 days for that airport, because of where it's located in El Paso, Texas, it's the only viable airport within the area. So shutting it down for 10 days is thousands of flights. Thousands of flights. Yeah, I do see that they said that there's a possibility of, wait, here's the latest. Okay, so this is the update. This is the update that they're giving about this. Officials on Wednesday ordered a conflicting explanation for a temporary closure over the airspace of El Paso. This is from the New York Times, if anyone's wondering. After the Federal Aviation Administration rescinded the order issued hours early. Oh, wait, so they rescinded it. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, so they rescinded it. And they said grounded flights for 10 days. Sean Duffy, the Secretary of Transportation, and officials from the White House and the Pentagon said that Mexican cartel drones breached U.S. airspace, prompting a temporary closure of airspace over El Paso. But two briefed by Trump administration officials said that the shutdown was prompted by the Defense Department use of new counter drone technology and concerns about the risk that it could pose to other aircrafts in the area. See, that was the original story, that like the military was doing some type of testing and they needed to shut down the actual airspace. What up, Swan? And now they're saying that it was because of the cartel. Initially, the agency cited special security reasons. Thank you for the boxing glove, Swan. Late Tuesday night, halting all flights to and from El Paso International Airport for the 10 days and isolating a majority of American metropolitan areas from air travel. This closure, which appeared to surprise state and local officials, went into effect at 11:30 p.m. Local time on Tuesday and was lifted before 7 a.m. on Wednesday. Right? So this happened, and they've been giving conflicting reports as far as what was the cause and where we are. So that was super interesting. I still want answers because I know for a fact that it's something that we're not being told. Right? W's in the chat for Jessica for the $5 donation saying, slight correction in the name. That's, oh, okay. Is it Mullane Stansbury? She's my district rep in New Mexico. Always gets nationalities slighted. LOL. Very proud of the hard work. Yeah, I'm also Jessica. I'm just really bad with names. Really, really bad with names. I'm sorry. W's in the chat for Jessica. Guys, we don't have any ops right now, and not gonna hold you. I want to hit a restart, but I think I may need to take a little bit of a break. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of call it here for a moment, and I will reconvene as soon as I can. Yeah, I think we're going to pause here for the moment. Melanie, holy shit, Melanie. We're going to pause here for a second. And I may hit a restart and come back, or I may just come back a little bit later, but I'll keep you guys up to date. If you are a member over on YouTube or you're a super fan here on TikTok, get in the Discord. You'll see the update, but I think I'm going to call it right here at the moment, and I will get back to you guys as soon as possible. So let's hit that outro really quickly.
You stepped in the box, now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this is a mind game. Facts like lies, get left in shame. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this is war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Great stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit.
Hey, W's in the chat for the chat, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Like I said, I'm not sure if it'll be like just a few minutes or I'll be back later, but you guys haven't seen the end of me today. But I appreciate you guys. I do. I will be back later in some way, shape, or form, whether it's in like the next 30 minutes or if it's later today. But anyway, guys, W's in the chat. Thank you for all the gifts, the taps, the likes, the shares. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you for all the love, your kindness, and support. I appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. I love you guys. And as always,